so I apologize in advance for any of the shakiness or anything like that. As you can see, it looks like it's pretty much together. You can see the camera in it, which I installed in the last video. But what you see on here that wasn't in any of the other videos is you can see a strap right there for the battery. And then, if you look down here, my board is actually mounted. So, I went ahead whenever the things came in and I went ahead and just set that up because I've been tired of my nave system just kind of flopping around there. So, it is mounted pretty good in there. I think that's the only thing that I've done so far, so I'll probably mention it. And then also, once I mounted it, I was able to see how high this is going to be up. So if you look over on this side, you can see the receiver here, right under my finger. There's a hole right here in the top, so I'm actually touching the transmitter receiver. And you can see the cords going from the naves into here. I think on the last video I wrapped up these in heat shrink. Okay, and you might be wondering about the strap. The strap isn't really a racing drone strap. This actually came with my new camera. So, I don't know. Anyways, I'll show you guys this real quick before I get out of here. These are the nylon straps. You can buy these for super cheap. I looked everywhere. I looked at Ace Hardware, I looked at car parts stores and all sorts of places, and I couldn't find these anywhere. I think these are specifically a hobby product, and so you may be able to find them at hobby stores. Actually, you should be able to find them at hobby stores. If you can't, then that hobby store is shitty. You can find the VTX hookups here and these nylon spacers. You should be able to find them at hobby stores. My hobby store in Wichita has one, but I'm not from Wichita. I actually live an hour away from Wichita, and that's the closest hobby store that we have. So, anyways, I found these online. You can get them in two different. You can get them just in one case like this, white or black, or you can get them at two different cases, one white and one black. I just went ahead and got the one white or the one black case here, and they're fairly inexpensive. Like I said before in a previous video, the cool thing about this hobby when you're building, and kind of the shitty thing about this hobby, is your first build here is going to be fairly expensive. In fact, I'm going to tally all of my stuff up at the very end, and it's probably going to be, you know, right around $200 and something, maybe $300. But mainly the priciness is because of the extra VTXs that I bought. All the nylon pieces, the new soldering gun that I bought, the 3M tape, the electrical tape, you know, all that extra stuff that you're going to need to build this is all included in the price. But the good thing about it is, once you get all this, see, this has got tons of nylon screws, tons of these nylon spacers, and I'll get them each out and kind of show you each one of them. Once you get these, you have so many of them, you know, you can't buy these under bulk. Like, you can't buy, you know, one or two or, you know, something like that. You have to buy a bunch of them. You know, like a big group of them. So, I think this is the smallest amount you can get in the nylon spacers. But once you get them, you can use these on anything, you know, on any build you're going to be using these, and you got plenty left over. I think out of this one box here, I counted it up, you're going to mainly use these here. I use these to mount mine, but you can definitely use any of these other ones and try something new. You know, maybe you want to use these bigger ones on the 210. You know, I use this on the QAB 180 right here, so maybe you just want to use these spacers here and some of these screws and nylon bolts, you know, and some of the smaller ones and stuff. You know, you can put these together in different combinations and figure out exactly how you want to do this on the smaller drones and stuff, and you can use all of these. I got some green paint that matches my props, and I'm going to go along the edge and just paint around the edge. Give this thing a little bit more light. I've also been looking at some green LEDs that I can put on here. Since we were planning on building a red and black one at first, and then I found the cheaper green props, we were going to name this, me and my son were planning on naming this the Vader drone. But since we got the green props, we obviously can't call it the Vader drone anymore. And since these are chrome, the next one that we buy, these are going to be red. The pillars are going to be red. The motors are going to be red. The props are going to be carbon fiber props. And all sorts of different stuff. So that one's going to be the Vader. And we're going to have one strip of LED red lights along one wing to kind of represent the lightsaber. And so I'm looking at a green strip right here of LEDs for this one's lightsaber. And we're either going to call this one the Skywalker, or we're going to call it the Obi-Wan. Because I know Obi-Wan uses a blue lightsaber, so don't get on to me. But he has used a green one in the past. So, I don't know. Green lightsabers are used all over the place. Hell, we might even call this the Yoda. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Check it. I think it looks pretty cool with the green around the edges. I put a stripe down this other side just to kind of see what it would look like. I'm not sure I like it too much. But the cool thing about this is if you get acrylic paint and decide to paint it, even if you're not that good, for one, while you're painting it and it's wet, all you got to do is run your finger on the top. Like, you can take a brush and just kind of dab at it. And then if you get any green over here on the top, you just take your finger while it's wet and just kind of scoot it along, and it comes right off. And if you don't get all of it when you're going back through and doing a double check, just take your fingernail and kind of move along. It comes right off. Like, I could literally, I had a stripe here and I had a stripe on the other side. You can see where it's still green on this green down there. All I did is stick my thumb. So when the VTX comes in and I take this top off so I can install the VTX and do the cords and all that different stuff, and I'm going to take this plate out and I'm going to clean that back up and then decide if I'm going to clean this other side too. But I just wanted to show you that, just little extra things that you can do to your quadcopter to make it yours. So I'm not going to buy one of those little GoPro cradles because for one, I have a feeling this thing is going to get broken. And two, you can kind of just create your own little cradle to whatever camera you've got. And so I took a little piece of cardboard and cut it up and made this little cradle here. I'm not done with it. I gotta finish super gluing that. You can see all the pieces though. Triangle there, piece on the bottom, piece on the back. Just a little sturdy, you know, yeah, sturdy enough to put the camera in it at an angle. And to dress it up and make it look nice, I've got some of these this little foam stuff, and it'll keep it protected. I'm going to go and put this in around this whole thing. That way we don't scratch up the screen. It'll keep it padded. This came out of my little box that my phone battery thing came in. So I'm going to cut it down to size. Probably put the sides and stuff on first. Make it look nice. So I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. I can draw out a template for you if you guys want to use something like this. It's just a real easy, cut it out with some scissors and hot glue it together. So, and that's my cradle all done. It's nothing special, but it's black, it's sturdy, and I'll put the camera at an angle. not only just in that angle, but you can set it more forward, angle it up more, or put it down all the way. So now I can pretty much do what I want, and then I just need to use one of those ties around it, probably a zip tie or something around it when it's on the quad. And the back of it's soft. It's not going to scratch up the lens or anything on the back. So, I don't know. Anything that you can make yourself, try to make it yourself, you know. I just got to put some on the bottom to keep it still while it's on the quad, and give it a little bit of friction. So, and then we're going to mount it to the quad and kind of see what it looks like. Okay, so both of these things here are necessities when you're building your drone. This first package is this little arm here, and I know a lot of people hook their VTX straight to the antenna and then out the back. And if you're a first-time drone owner and you don't know if you're really going to get in there, it's a really good idea to have this little extension. It goes to the back. You can hook up here. You can hide your VTX kind of way down here in the bottom or something. And then all the stress of the antenna is on your connection piece here, and your antenna sticks up here, so if you hit something with your antenna and it breaks your antenna, you're going to break this little connector piece and not the whole top of your VTX. And so it's a really good idea to get one of these, whether you're experienced or not. This just kind of keeps your VTX a little bit more safe. Yesterday, the new battery came in. It's a 1300 milliamp, 14.8 volt, 4-cell battery. You can get these for like 13 bucks. So it's pretty huge compared to the drone. And I got these little straps. You guys will be seeing a video either at the beginning of this video or at the end of this video of me making this little mount. Probably not going to use it. When the motors come in, they usually come in with this foam that you can just kind of angle and stick on there, and it's a lot lighter than cardboard and stuff. So then another thing too that people often forget that are into hobby drones and stuff, you know, when your hobby drone comes in, it comes with a battery. It also comes with a charger. When you're buying these types of batteries, it's a good idea to get one of these little balance chargers. And these are very inexpensive, these IMAX V6s. The only problem with them is, I mean, they're real safe. You can balance charge them. So has a little spot here on the side for your little balance ports. You can get these little extensions to them that you can charge multiple batteries at one time. The only problem with these is they don't come with your power cord here. It's just 11 to 18 volt charger, so you can probably find one around the house somewhere. I don't know why they don't come with chargers. I think that's kind of weird that they don't. I ordered it and then I found out online that they didn't come with them afterwards. So, comes with these a bunch of these little cords here. They got these little T connections on the end. You got the banana clips here. You know, these different servos here. You know that. So you can actually charge some of your I'm going to have to take all these off and put XT60 ports on it. That's kind of shitty. Oh well. And the one that I ordered online, it said that it had XT60s, but it looks like it has these little T connections, so it's kind of a shitty deal. But oh well. And it comes with these. Oh, it's got these two little clip things here. And it looks like so you can use this and kind of is probably the easiest way. You know, plug this in to the side here. Alright, so it looks like these little connectors here, as you can see there, go into the side, and then you've got your T connection here that will go into any one of these females here, and then these are your chargers, and you can charge. That's cool because I got a bunch of these batteries. So, but these bigger ones, XT60s, you can use these here, and you just kind of clip it in like that, and it'll charge it. So, or you can go out and get a XT60 connection, and you can cut, you know, these two wires, or you can get your own female T connection here and make your own, which I do have. I just need to get some T connections. I could probably just steal a T connection off of here and use my other one that I made of this and just make me a charger. So you just put all your information in here and stuff, and I'll show you guys how to use this once I get a power cord for it. I gotta find one. So I'll show you some other videos that I've recently made with this mount here, which I'm probably not going to use, just kind of was making it. But I'll show you that little video in case that's something that you're interested in. I also cut off these the extra wires to this cord that were sticking out here at the back, because you got to make room in these little 180s. You got to make room for a 210 or a 250 or you know, 5-inch, 6-inch. Those types of racing drones, you have a ton of space and a ton of room to work with, but in this little 180 you really don't. And that's why I had to clear that out so I can make room for the VTX. And then this is going to easily, you know, we're going to connect it to the VTX, and then we can pop that through there. Actually, that side goes through there. There we go. And then we'll figure out a way to bend this down to the VTX like that. Something. We'll figure out how it's going to go. But that's going to be a lot simpler. Anyways, that's it for today. Remember to get you a battery charger. You're going to be getting these batteries. And to protect your VTX. Get you this little arm thing. So, anyways, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.